So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Alison and Nick.
It's nice and cool. So cold. I'm like almost shivering up here. Of course, that might be the heat exhaustion that's making me shiver. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna see how much sweat a piper can produce. Apologize in advance.
So we're very happy to be here in St. Louis. I'm Alison, this is Nick, and we're actually from Detroit. Hence why we're not used to weather. So we're gonna play some traditional Irish music for you. For those of you who haven't heard them before, these are the uilleann pipes. These are the Irish bagpipes. And the set that Nick plays is actually tuned, it's a flat set. So instead of being at concert pitch, it's in B. So everything has kind of like a mellow sound to it. Yeah, we're gonna start off with some reels. The first one is the Cottage in the Grove. Yeah. And then the second one is called Miss Looney's. And I'm gonna make sure I'm in tune still.
Well, I think they're in tune. Yeah.
All right, so I think we're going to play a couple of slip jigs now. The first one is called A Wife of My Own, and the second one is called Up Alley Alley. And where is he from? He's retuning again.
So I have 4 drones, and the 4th drone can play a G or an A. Actually, not a G or an A. That's what I call them because I'm a piper. It's like an E and an F sharp or something like that. Anyway, so I just retune them, so that's fun. So the first one is called A Wife of My Own, and it's kind of cobbled together from like 8 different sources. It does not have 8 parts though, for all the musicians in the crowd. It only has 4. And then the last one I found it in a collection of this guy Brendan Brennick in Ireland, who published some really nice Music of Ireland books. And he found it in an older collection, and it's called The Trip to Yorkshire. But there's another version of it I found with the name Up Alley Alley, and we just thought that that's much better for Alison over here. So, yeah. Trip to Yorkshire, yeah. All right, we're gonna play my favorite type of tune next. Polkas. Polkas are amazing. And I do love a good German polka band, but these are Szliwlukra polkas down from Kerry and Cork and a little bit of Limerick, and also Newfoundland. I think Newfoundland gets an honorary pass as being part of the Szliwlukra region. As a friend said, they play great music in Newfoundland. You'll love it and you'll hate it because it's played just a little bit wrong. They play a lot of Irish tunes, but they play them in a Newfoundland style. But they have a type of tune there called a Newfoundland single, and it is remarkably like polkas. So we're going to play 3 polkas. The first one is called the Glenside Polka, or the Battery Single. It's in Newfoundland as a single. The second one comes from Newfoundland, is called the Boys of the Bunker. Don't have any story for that one. And then the last one is called Matt Hayes' Polka, Matt Hayes' #1. And it was recorded by our good friends Rob and Eileen with a couple other polkas. So if you like the tune,
Right here in St. Louis.
Yeah, buy their CD. It's phenomenal.
Great CD.
It's awesome. All right.
Oh yeah, you start. very much.
We're gonna play some hop jigs. My second favorite tune type is hop jigs. So we're getting all the good stuff out now. So hop jigs are a fun thing, and someday I'll explain them, maybe, but not today. So we're gonna play one that I found, and I apologize, it's probably my fault for this whole last year and a half. I found this great tune called Sick and Very Bad right before the pandemic. So yeah,
It's your phone.
sorry. I also found a great air, which I'm not gonna play, called Now I Am Tired and I Wish I Was at Home. So it's one way or the other, it's my fault, I'm sorry. So Sick and Very Bad, we're gonna play a hop jig after that our good friend of ours named Armand Araman wrote. He's a fantastic musician and fiddle maker and all around wonderful person, and he wrote this tune and he calls it...
Master, I Go
I
A-Hunting,
always forget the name.
which is a line from Ursula K. Le Guin's Earthsea trilogy. It's in the first book, so it's a shout out to that book.
Yeah.
I also love that book.
Hop jigs and sci-fi, you gotta love it. And then the last one I found in an old collection, and it's called The Lass with a Rolling Eye. And I don't know what that means, and you can leave it to your imagination.
Nick's going to switch over to the flute for a minute, and we're going to play some more reels. These are some tunes that we got from Joe Liddy, who was a great fiddle player and composer of tunes. He wrote a lot of really like weird tunes. And these are some of the slightly more normal ones. What's the first one called?
Belhavel Lock.
Okay.
Belhavel Lock. He was from Belhavel, or near. I'm totally butchering the pronunciation of that. Sorry for everyone who knows. So, yeah. Although, it's from a different county. It's fine. It's not her county. But yeah, Belhavel or something like that. Lock. And then the second one has a great name, and I don't remember what it is, but I think it's The Big House, or The Small House, or something completely different.
If you have an idea for like a new tune title, you can approach us after the show and let us know about it.
Write it down on a $100 bill and add it to us. It's not my joke, I stole that.
So we're gonna play some more jigs now, and Nick's gonna switch back into pipes. These tunes, they're both called Apples in Winter, or Gillen's Apples? No? Okay, Apples in Winter.
So there's a story.
That's why I don't introduce the tunes.
No, it's great. She's doing a great job. So the first one is known as Apples in Winter, and the second one is known as Gillen's Apples, or sometimes Jillian's Apples. But it's actually the older of the two, and should really be the one known as Apples in Winter, and the first one should be like, I don't know, the other Apples in Winter. That's just my thing. So, there was a police captain named Francis O'Neill, who saved Irish music, according to a lot of people, and he collected Irish music up in Chicago, and eventually became the superintendent of the police force, and he named the second one after a sergeant in the police force that he got the tune from, so he called it Gillen's Apples, because he wanted to distinguish it from the other one. But he had it backwards. He should have distinguished the first one from the second one. So if you're not confused yet, we'll say Apples in Winter like 6 more times, and it'll be really fun. Now I'm just being silly. tunes. So hopefully we won't forget what they are. We're gonna follow those wonderful jigs with slides, which are, if you're keeping track, my third favorite tune type. So polkas, hop jigs,
There'll be a
and
quiz
then
at the
slides.
end.
Yes. If you want to participate in the quiz, again, just write it down on a $100 bill. I don't care what you write down.
Favorite tunes.
Yeah. So we're going to play two slides that I got out of a collection, actually the same collection from Brennan Brennick, The Music of Ireland. And the first one is called Father's Skeins, or something like that. And the second one is called John Henry's. And I don't think it is, but I like to think it's the John Henry from down around this area in the folk song of fame, but I don't think it is, sadly. So yeah, a couple slides for you. Yeah. And I have to retune my drone one last time.
Well, we have one more number for you, but before we do that, we just want to say thank you to everyone at the Focal Point for putting this on. Let's give a warm round of applause for the sound crew and everybody working here.
The warm was not meant as a pun. A warm.
Not hot.
But yes, thank you. It was awesome.
Scorching thank you.
A good St. Louis thank you.
And then I'd also like to mention that we do have a few thousand CDs that we're trying to get rid of. So if you'd like to take us home with you, that's the cheapest way. So you can get a CD from us on the intermission. And then we also have Emer Arkins and Dave McKinley Ward and Marty Fry coming up after us, and that is going to be awesome. So can't wait to hear them. So we're going to do one last set of reels. The first one is called Cuz Tians. And Cuz Tian was a concertina player and whistle player who lived in Chicago. He was from Schlieve-Lucre, and he taught loads of people up in Chicago to play Irish music. And then we're going to follow that up with 2 John McKenna tunes. John McKenna was a flute player from Leitrim. And I always look over at Nick to check myself because I'm not really the music nerd in the relationship. It's him that usually does all the details.
And I'm usually wrong, so it's great.
So yeah, the 2 John McKenna reels that we're gonna do. Is it The Bloom of Youth?
So there's some titles to them, and again, if you know the titles, feel free to tell us.
I think it's The Bloom of Youth and Lucky in Love.
Yeah, it's either those ones or it's not.
But thank you for being such a great crowd and for hanging out with us in the heat. I know you're all probably used to it, but this would be a big ask in Michigan, though. So thanks for being great, and yeah, we'll talk to you on the break.
Thank you for being great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. How incredible is that first set? That was a lot of fun. So I can sit here and yak and yak and yak, but you came here to hear music. Let's get it going with Emer and Dave and Marty. Whoa. All right. One, two.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us on this very steamy Sunday afternoon. We are delighted to be here outside performing for you this evening. We kicked off with a couple of jigs, and normally I know the names of everything, but I didn't pick the jigs except the first one, so I can tell you the first one was called The One That Was Lost, but I'll have to turn to Marty for the names of the other two.
The second one I think is called Tommy Maguire's, and the last one is Jackie Smalls.
So hopefully I'll remember that the next time we play them. I'm going to turn you over to Dave now, though, who's going to introduce the next song.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We've been having a absolutely gorgeous time in St. Louis. I've been here since last Wednesday, doing some nights at McGurk's. So it's a little stressful to be in this environment where you can actually hear anything. All of a sudden,
yeah, it's very unnerving to be able to hear ourselves and each other.
I was building a lot of confidence not being able to hear myself, and now I'm like, oh boy. But it's been a really good time. It's a beautiful city. You guys are all very, very lucky. So yeah, this song is a song that I learned from my early entry point when I was a kid into this type of music. Was I think the same for a lot of people, was the Pogues. I don't know if people had that experience in their life, but it was very formative in my rabble-rousing years. And I later heard one of my favorite musicians, Chris Drever, do a version where he kind of slowed down this Pogue song, and I thought it was really nice. So I've been doing it for not too long, but we've been doing it at McGurk's. We'll see how it goes. It's called Navigator. It's just a song about the railway workers that came to the U.S. and built the railways. Blasted and dug with their sweat and their guts, and they never drank water but whiskey by pints. And the shanty towns rang with their songs and their fights. Navigator, navigator, rise up and be strong. The morning is here and there's work to be done. Take your pick and your shovel and the bold dynamite, for to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Yes, to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Their mark on this land, still seen and still laid. Way for a commerce where vast fortunes were made. The supply of an empire where the sun never sets, which is now deep in darkness. The railway's there yet. Navigator, navigator, rise up and be strong. The morning is here and there's work to be done. Take your pick and your shovel and the bold dynamite, for to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Yes, to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. with no sign to mark where. Save the brass in the pocket of the entrepreneur. By landslide and rough blast they got buried so deep that if death hath not life, they'll have peace while they sleep. Navigator, navigator, rise up and be strong. The morning is here, there's work to be done. Take your pick and your shovel and the bold dynamite, for to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Yes, to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Navigator, navigator, rise up and be strong. The morning is here, there's work to be done. Take your pick and your shovel and the bold dynamite, for to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Yes, to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Thanks.
Thank you. We're going to continue on now with one of our favorite types of tune, to come back at Nick and his favorite types of tunes. This is one he did not play. So we're going to play a barn dance now called the Chaff Pool Post, and we're going to follow it with two great reels, Larkin's Beehive and Castle Kelly, a great Tommy Peoples tune.
Sauce. Ooh, I don't know.
Thank you very much. We're going to continue on here with a tune I learned, first heard from Laura Feddersen and Nathan Gorley, recorded a lovely album. Tune is called The Fairest Rose. I'm actually not sure which one of them played it, because they both play the fiddle, and it's played solely on the album. But it's a Tommy Peoples tune. It's normally in B flat, which is challenging on the flute, so I've transposed it over to A for you. And we're going to follow that up with probably my favorite tune name in all of Irish music, the Pope's Toe, which I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean. There's got to be a story behind that. But it's actually kind of a version of Lucky in Love, which we heard earlier from Nick and Alison. How about one more hand for their great set of awesome music. It's not often you can hear that sort of pared down, beautiful pipes and fiddle sound on a stage anywhere. So a real treat to hear that tonight, especially on the B set. So that was a lot of fun. So I got the Pope's Toe here from Jackie Daly, the accordion player from the Schlieblucher area. So hope you like them.
Perfect timing. My God. Studio professionals.
Thanks.
So Dave, Marty and I met up in East Durham at the Catskills Irish Arts Week in New York a couple of years ago and became fast friends, and they've come to visit me here a few times, and our paths have crossed in DC a couple of times as well. So it's delighted that they made the long trek from the East Coast here to the Midwest for a couple of weeks to hang out and play tunes, and it's a real treat to get to play with them this evening. And on our last trip to New York, which was in June, there's a beautiful creek which would be absolutely lovely to jump into right now because it's freezing cold. There's a creek behind some of the accommodations that we stay in there, and Dave and I were sitting on the riverbank talking about songs that have the word river or songs about rivers and other river-related things in songs, and this song came to mind. So we have put a little arrangement of it together. It's a beautiful song called Dobbins' Flowery Vale, which comes from the north of Ireland, from County Armagh.
That was also the most picturesque painting you picture you painted there.
Well, I don't think we needed to.
The riverside.
Yeah, we didn't need to include all the other details.
About rivers. Yeah, there was a lot of sloppiness happening all around us.
Yeah, Dave and I were the only two people singing on the riverside. We were not part of what else was going on there.
I was in my merman outfit, actually.
And I had a pool floaty wrapped around me, even though I was not in the water.
B flat, right?
B flat, yeah.
Yeah, B flat.
Usually
red,
red, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit in this tune because it's. I'm here and it'll be nice. Just with it.
One morning fair as Phoebus bright, a radiant smiles displayed, whilst Flora in her verdant garb the green fields she raved. As I did rove throughout each grove, no care did me assail, till the pair I spied by the river's side in Dobbins' flowery vale. As I did sit then to behold beneath the spreading tree the limpid stream that gently flowed conveyed these words to me. Farewell, sweet maid, a youth he said, for now I must set sail and bid adieu to Armagh and to Dobbins' flowery vale. Forbear these thoughts and cruel words that would wound a bleeding heart. For is it true that we're met here, alas, so mutual love together drew both in a kind embrace, while the tears like rosy drops of dew, they trickle down her face. She strove in vain him to detain, but once she did beware, he bid adieu, and I withdrew from Dobbins' flowery vale. He bid adieu, and I withdrew from Dobbins' flowery vale.
Lovely.
Thank you very much. And now to lighten the mood a little, I'm going to play some polkas.
Yeah. Our second favorite type of tune after barn dances.
I don't know if we want to give Nick that.
Yeah, we're gonna move on with some polkas. I guess they're all kind of Schlesluker-y polkas. The first one's my other favorite name in all of Irish tune names. As I walked out upon the ice, which there's something very visceral about. I don't know. I can imagine how I'd feel carefully creeping out upon ice, just a little too thin for my sense of safety. Yeah, it's a good point. No, it should be. And then after that, we're doing the Hermit from Killarney, followed by the Cascade. Thank you, thank you.
Just realized that I switch between everything.
We know which mic.
No.
The stage is extremely bouncy.
Yeah, it's kind of our own little bouncy castle.
I keep getting, I'm like, "Ooh."
I hope you're having as much fun as we are bouncing around up here.
We're making a lot of work for Dave, making him switch instruments between every number, but yeah, he did it to himself. We're going to continue on with a song that I think we both heard it from the same place, from a group called Ye Vagabonds, a brother duet from Ireland who are fantastic singers and musicians. And it is a song about a hare who was followed and killed for crimes that she did not commit. All she did was steal some kale, but she was hunted brutally. And it's a song lamenting the hunting of this particular hare. And as we were playing through it last week, we were saying it would be nice to have a jig that would go with it, and we couldn't think of one in the key that was in, so we made one up on the spot. So it's not really the best jig of all time, but I would say it fills a purpose. It fits with the tune, or with the song, pretty well. So we've been having fun trying to remember what the original version of the 20-second jig was. But here it is, The Hare's Lament.
And when she says, we wrote the tune, you wrote the tune in about 10 seconds.
That's Dave removing any kind of responsibility.
It's a terrible, terrible tune, let me tell you. My God.
One, two, three, 1, 2. Right, tally ho, harky over, hi ho, harky over, cries the huntsman, harky over, hi ho. They hunted me up and they hunted me down. The bold huntsman of Stratham on my tail sent the hounds over highlands and lowlands, moorlands also, over hedges and ditches like the wind I did go. Wish a right, tally ho, harky over, hi ho, harky over, cries the huntsman, harky over, hi ho. There was Ringwood and Rouser, they gave me a close brush, but they soon found me hiding, 'twas in the rush bush. For better or worse, I know I must die, but I'll do my endeavour these hounds to defy. Oh, wish a right, tally ho, harky over, hi ho, harky over, cries the huntsman, harky over, hi ho. except for the tops of some crops of green kale. Oh, wish a right tally ho, harky over, hi ho, harky over, cries the huntsman, harky over, hi ho. Oh, wish a right tally ho, harky over, hi ho, harky over, cries the huntsman, harky over, hi ho. Thank you very much. We are going to play one more set of tunes before we invite Alison and Nick back up to join us. Alison, I did forget to bring a second fiddle, and I should have said that a half an hour ago so that you would have had time to retune, but you have 3 minutes. But we're going to finish off with a couple of our favourite reels, the Low Road to Glynn and the Leitrim Lilter. And before we do, I just want to say a huge thank you to you all for coming out and listening to us this evening and supporting live music. And a special thanks to everybody at the Focal Point, particularly Eric, who was very patient with us in our sound check as always. And I think the popping noise might be my DPA, Eric. I have a feeling it's me, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it. I think it just needs to be tightened. But anyway, so thank you, Eric. Thank you, everybody at Focal Point. And as always, it's always such a treat to play here, and it's such a treat to play with these guys as well on stage. After a year of playing to a laptop, you forget how fun it is to play with real humans and work on new material and things. So we've had a great few days, and it's great to see Nick and Alison as well and to get to play with them too. So we're going to finish off, like I said, with these two reels that we love. And Nick and Alison have their fabulous CD for sale in the back as well. We also have some flyers for St. Louis Irish Arts for our program, which is starting at the end of September. We have a welcome night coming up just a couple of blocks over there. So if you know of any kids who are interested in learning Irish music, song or dance, please take a flyer and pass it on. So here we go. The Low Road to Glynn and the Leitrim Lilta.
Do you have any of your fabulous albums here tonight?
I think everybody at Focal Point already has my fabulous album, but if anyone is looking for it, I do have a few of them as well.
I'll just jump in and say a big thank you to Emer Arkins here for hosting me and Dave and getting us out here. And she's just a great spirit and energy and leader in the community here. And she's been a great guide and introducer to an awesome city of Irish music here. And you're a good friend and a good person, Emer.
The flattery is flying up here. Oh my goodness.
Don't let it go to your head.
we right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alison,
come hither.
Right. Come.
The cavalry is slowly arriving.
Cavalry. Cavalry.
Cavalry? Cavalry?
Cavalry.
Cavalry?
Cavalry.
Calvary is a city, right?
Calvary is the land of the Lord.
That's Jerusalem, baby.
Well, maybe the
Cavalry.
maybe the cavalry will bring us there, Dave.
Should I scoot over?
Oh, okay.
Triple G?
DDG.
I was gonna say.
And we're back.
You okay? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
And one last blast of reels. I'm following you guys.
Oh yeah. G and then E minor. You ready, Nick? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out, everybody. Have a great night.
Yeah, thanks again to the house.